Now that you've reviewed the life safety rules, I'm going to show you how we can do the TSAC, or the Task Safety Assessment card, electronically within eMiant. First thing you need to do is log in. All TSACs are associated to the work order. So the first thing you need to do is open a work order. Once you open the work order that you want to create the TSAC for, over on the right-hand side, select Related Tables. Once you see the related table open, you will see that there's one called the TSAC. Select Add a New Record. Now this opens the TSAC form electronically, and you'll see that there are several notices and remembering comments on this. Those items in black and red. My comments are in green. But notice, communicate the TSAC to area personnel before starting the work and the completion of that work. So let them know when you're there and when you're done. If a job scope changes during the work, stop work, revise, review your assessment, and start over if you need to. Just remember, you do have the stop work authority. It's pretty easy to walk down through this form. You'll see that this page here starts out with the date, the work order number, and the brief description for the work order. And then you just start out with your pre-task activities, and those are radio buttons you can click yes or no on. Now you'll continue to fill out the radio buttons by just answering the pre-task questions. The affected employees, remember to list all the people that are working on the job with you, as well as yourself. Next thing is the most important here. What are those job steps that you're going to take? What's your plan? For example, are you going to start out troubleshooting? Then you're going to have to lock out, tag out, possibly remove some guarding. However, there's other comments at the bottom of those fields. Be sure to go ahead and add those comments on what you did to protect yourself. Or what's your plan? It's real nice with an iPad because you can select the microphone and you can speak right into it and works great. You'll continue down the form and identify the hazard controls such as lockout, tag out, maybe proper gloves, or maybe you had to fill out a permit. But remember, you have an other comments section. Go ahead and use that every time. Put in the comments what you're going to do for keeping yourself safe. And then at this point, you go up and save your TSAC at the top of the page on the upper left, because the post-task activities are done after you've completed the work. Remember, you will need to have your team leader or your supervisor approve your TSAC prior to doing that work. And once they do that, you'll see a blue check box and who the supervisor was that approved it, as well as a timestamp and date. Once you've completed the repairs, then you come back and go ahead and complete the post-task activities, such as did you clean up the work area, was the job status communicated, and those things there. That's how easy it is. One last step. When you close out your work order, be sure to go back in the labor section where you add your labor hours to the repairs and answer the question at the bottom of that labor form. Did you complete a TSAC? And answer yes if you did, no if you didn't. Once that happens, that TSAC information updates the dashboard. Then it makes it really easy to audit that TSAC right from the dashboard by simply clicking on the work order number that had yes. It will take you right to that TSAC and you can review that work order, what job was done, and who completed the TSAC, what the TSAC information was, as well as a graph showing how many were counted so we can keep track of that. Thanks for your support. Work safe.